What is going on, guys? Welcome back. I mentioned to you almost a documentary here. You know, a lot of people look at Access Football, Maximum Football. They say, how can you support these games? How can you look at this game? This game looks terrible. You know what? When I look at both of those games, I see a company, I see companies, I see developers, I see teams, I see designers that are trying, that are listening. Things EA doesn't do. Let's talk about a number of problems in this game. We're going to start with situational football. Just replicating what teams do. It's 3rd and 10. 31-7. This is one of the first full games of Madden I've played in a very long time, and I'm quickly reminded why. Where you traditionally see a team kneeling, maybe running the clock out, maybe throwing Hail Marys. Instead, you see passes thrown into tight windows. With 9 seconds left in the game, I can't even get on the player I want. They do a screen where the line is just awful. Now, it doesn't get any better on the other side. Because I want you to understand, as you see the crotch shot of my quarterbacks. Crotch shots were new this year. The ridiculousness of a defensive penalty with 4 seconds left to go that extends the drive, even if I don't have timeouts. The defense wants to get off the field in these situations. The game is over. Madden doesn't have this logic. To Madden, this could be first down in the first half, any point of the game. So I say to myself, if they're not going to play situational football, I'll do play action. Always a problem, Madden. Watch this safety. Drops to play center field. Corner comes over to replace him, standstill. Watches the pass go over his head. T.Y. Hilton man-to-man touchdown. Now, I'll give credit where credit's due. They fixed the rules, so I don't have to kick the extra point. But after you watch the Keebler Elf that coaches the Minnesota Vikings throw down a piece of paper that never bends, you're met by all the things that can't be fixed. I want you to watch Kirk Cousins and ask yourself, why is Kurt so upset here? Well, maybe he's upset that they reused assets from last year with the team celebrations, but put the defensive backs that Phillip Rivers just smoked into this because that's when they want to do a photo op. It's not caring about the game. It's not respecting the game. Afterwards, how many years have we seen the score by score? How many years have we seen I don't even want to call it a post-game show? Right? It's the camera zooms in so tight you can't see what's going on until there's the players. I hear about graphics all the time. Graphics in this game are good, but there's no continuity. Players go through coaches. Players go through players. Every single year. But if you think that's all we're here to talk about, let's talk about the gameplay I experienced during this horrible performance of a football game. Colts have a great run-blocking team. Aggressive. But not in this game. In this game, you've got linemen that go out second level. They just hit and release. Just like when you're fishing, you catch and release. My linemen, they hit and release. They want them to get back to my halfback. Defensive AI is no better. Phillip Rivers, his scrambling ability, second to none. But any quarterback can scramble when in 5 yards, no one reacts. They're not defending the goal line here. Instead, they're doing what they've always done in Madden. They treat the goal line like it's the 10-yard line on the opposite side of the field. They don't know the objective. They'll let any quarterback run on them. These are the reasons other football games get people's attentions. Because in just a few minutes of playing this game, you see so many issues that as a Madden gamer, you're all too familiar with. Talk about my defense. Everything in this game boils down to one thing. Animations. Watch Bobby Okereke come across the field to make a tackle. His back is the other way. He turns around, he shifts through 2 players and goes around the lineman to make this tackle. Watch this slow down. You mean to tell me people are proud of this? There's someone at EA Sports that looks at this and says, yes, we need more animations. We need an animation-based game because this is the experience our gamers want. And you're telling me that you don't want to look at a game because it doesn't have animations? Animations on my side don't matter either. We still don't have gang tackles. We still don't have branch tackles done correctly. The only tackle that matters here is the ankle tackle for number 27. Everything else is either not able to branch or players that run into each other. Who doesn't know this looks horrible? Who hasn't seen this in their game and thought, I wish they would fix this? How does EA not realize this aspect of their game is broken? Why are they not working on this? I don't want to hear about a short dev cycle this year because every single year we approach them with these problems and there's no resolution. You know your game is broken, you don't care to fix it. And again, players warping through each other. Let's go back and talk about gameplay though, because that animation dependency shows up on the field. Take a look at this pass. Take a look at this catch. How many years, guys? How many years have we talked about things like this? Players that clip through each other, a blocker that pushes him so far out of the play because it's an animation. But to go back to that pass, what is this? Players that have no body structure. Adam Thielen getting caught in a catch animation that doesn't belong there and then can't even be tackled. He's not tackled here, I run through him because he's in this animation, and that's all that matters. Take a look at this fumble recovery Darius Leonard does. Glides right on through. Adam Thielen can't catch a ball if he doesn't get the catch animation this time. And this is the game that you're telling me simulates football? This is the game you're proud of? Watch Costanzo get lifted up from a player's neck. How many years have we talked about these problems? It's a little thing, absolutely. But it doesn't make it any less of a little thing. And like I talked about, it's not just on field. Watch Frank right here. What is he doing? He sees players coming. There's no living worlds. They just go right through him. This is Madden. Take a look at this interception. It's all animations. The receiver still thinks he has the ball. Rock Ya-Sin is running the other way with it. You know, when you're playing this game and you have animations like this happen, which is a different animation than the one I showed you before, to me, this right here sums it up. The look on Cook's face. What in the world just happened? How did I get tackled? I was running behind a lineman. This is the face every Madden gamer has. This is the face they've had. And the worst part about it is we have begged and pleaded with EA. We've taken their beta codes. We've given them feedback. We've shown them videos. We've told them, hey, this is what we don't like about your game. We shouldn't have to go through and play a game and see all these issues. All of this was from one single game. So when you say to me, how can you not play a full game and make these videos? Well, if I'd actually broken down every one of these plays and made it a full video, you're looking at easily a month of content. But I can't stomach a full game, would be the best way to put it. I can't sit here and waste my time trying to put my effort into a product that the people that made it didn't put effort into. Any one of these videos, you could go back on my channel and find one from 3, 4, 5 years ago that nearly outlines the same problem. Yet EA will sit there and tell you we've improved player movement. We've made player motion more realistic. We've added animations. They tell you all the things they claim they do. But when it comes down to actually making the game better, we never actually see it on the field. So when you look at other games, understand. These games are trying. These games are building. These games are listening. I don't like to mention them together, but since we're on the topic, Axis Football built more in 2 years into a franchise mode from scratch than Madden has the last 5. The Dynasty mode that Maximum Football has is deeper than what Madden has. And again, this was built in a very short window. There's no excuse for the company with the most resources, the most talent, the most ability to do the least. And yet that's what happens. And that's not a knock on Canuck. That's not a knock on Axis. You have to understand. When I say the best talent, I mean the world's largest motion capture studio. I mean direct access to players and coaches. Things that Axis and Canuck can't dream of right now. And yet the final product we're left with, Madden, is awful. It earns a less than 1 user score. And this gameplay here shows it. And rather than sit here and make 15 videos, I decided to just make one 12-minute video. Because if you're playing the game and you don't see all these things, then there's only 2 reasons. Number 1, you don't look. Or number 2, you're not playing the same game. And that's all there is to it. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. As I mentioned, Uche will probably be on later to show you an NFL player's experience with this game and how it replicates football. And then for kickoff tomorrow, we've got something special planned that hopefully you guys will participate in. Until then, I appreciate you watching this video, and you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.